This is unwelcome news for many Australians who are living here in the United States or are planning to perhaps move to the United States, particularly on the E3 visa. Now, that's an Australian-specific visa that was really gifted to Australia by the former President George W. Bush, in part because of Australia's continued support for the United States militarily over countless wars, including at that point the most recent Iraq war. And this is a visa that allows Australians to work here in the United States. It's a 2-year visa, but it's indefinitely renewable. And a lot of Australians choose to go to places in Europe or in Latin America to renew those visas because it's easier in terms of cost and time than going back to Australia. But this new directive from the US State Department, which is not just about the E3 visa, but broadly about non-immigrant visas, says that now people will need to apply for both the initial visa and renewals in their home country, either the country of the nationality or their country of residence. So this has obviously been very upsetting, particularly for people who had planned to travel soon to renew their visas to places that weren't Australia. And we have seen on social media many Australians concerned about what this will mean. Some have reported going to American consulates in other countries, and although their meetings have not been cancelled, some have failed to get those renewals done at the time. So this is something we're trying to work through exactly what it means for the people who currently have those appointments scheduled. But it also does mean that those people who were planning to make a trip to another country, it looks like they just won't be able to do that. There may be exemptions in some cases, but this really looks like a continuation of what we've seen in recent months of the Trump administration tightening the screws on immigration policies more broadly. They've also put out a consultation around visas both for foreign students and for foreign media, looking to drastically reduce how long foreign media can work here in the United States, which is obviously very concerning, not only for the people involved, but also for the transparency and the freedom of the press to operate here in the United States. But for Australians on these E3 visas, and there are thousands of Australians on these visas, there's an allotment of 10,500 new E3 visas every year. Australia never hits that whole threshold, but a lot of people are on these visas on a rolling basis. And obviously not just they are affected, but their dependents, their partners, their children are reliant on these visas. So this is another concern about those people thinking about perhaps moving to the United States and for the people who already live here.